Hey guys, so it has been a little while. I know it doesn't seem like it because you guys are actually watching videos that we took before we start getting to this point. So while we've been at this point that we're going to show you in this video, you guys have been watching what led up to this. And the reason for that is we've been moving really quickly. It's going on 3 months now, and we've gutted this entire room. Started from scratch, as you guys seen. Did paneling, did the electrical in the corner that had to be fixed, and insulated the whole thing. We even started painting the ceiling. And yeah, now there's this. So I know, big jump, but yeah. So I'm gonna get out of this, and then I'll explain to you what I'm standing in right now once we get to this. So be right back. Hang on a sec. All right, guys. So starting off on the lower level, we'll get to the upper deck when we get to that. Right here, we put the workbench, and above the workbench, I believe I said in a past video, is where we're going to put the broken cars and the cars that have just been fixed, coming on and off the layout for repairs. Over here is going to be my diesel and car shops. 130-foot turntable. This is going to be the WC shops. Kind of do it up freelance with a little bit of, you can tell it'll be Stevens Point. Right here is where it'll come in on the outer main, and then it is going to switch down into kind of a siding slash interchange track, I guess you can say, where trains will pull in, unhook their trains, shove their cut that drops in this yard in here, and pick up cars without tying up the mains. We also have that little crossover ladder going on through here so we can get into the yard for yard crews. But also following this way, my dad has talked about it. This is kind of his little scene area about putting houses here, so we laid out some of the houses. Right here, we'll come back to this switch here that kind of leads off this way. That'll come on to the incline going to hidden staging, which again I'll come back to here in a few minutes. Over up in this corner here, this is my dad's what will be diesel facility and maybe a little car shop, not real sure, but that will come in right here. And I believe he might even have a track that'll run down in front of what will be the Stevens Point yard offices and tie into my track so he can get to the yard better. Not real sure, we'll find out. So now we'll have Nick jump on this side. You won't be able to get under on this side of the layout. We're going to have the mini fridge, mini freezer. The radio's already installed over there. Got one of the speakers here. But yeah, anyways, back to the layout. This is the original module, original scene. All the way down, we're going to repair it, fix it up, make it even better by putting newer switches in. We've been running on the one loop that you see in the train run past, which is this one, the inside main. It runs amazing ever since we replaced switches. Got to replace these and the Y switch down there. But other than that, ever since we replaced all the switches with brand new number 6s, brand new 8s, and brand new 4s, we're even replacing and adding big curve turnouts so we can come into these tracks. My buddy Shaden, who's actually, I've only known him for a few months. He's part of the Paper Valley Mile Railroad Club, but he has put so many hours into helping us with this, so thanks. He's been talking about making this actually operate and load coal instead of just having this one in my cylinder version doing that. He's talking about helping us make all of them and going off the rotary dumper. Also, in a long lost video, I built this lift bridge. He's talking about helping make this automated So actually open and close, as well as light up. So we can do night ops out here. And we're actually incorporating that into the layout. Over here, the upper incline comes in. Don't know, again, in that corner, whether we're just going to have a little spot for some pushers to sit, or we're going to put industry back in. But that is where the old gravel company used to sit. And I would like to not really have much of anything back there besides coal-related stuff, like some coal piles. And like I said, that switch in the corner for a pusher set so they can be pushed up the hill. Right here, my dad's been throwing around the idea of a Quick Trip. This is going to be the Walters gas station kit, the modern one with the diesel and all that. He got a 3D printed cat scale. Shaden's been talking about 3D printing the cat scale sign to put over it. And also 3D printing some Quick Trip signs that will illuminate and everything put on the building, as well as putting an interior in it so it actually, since you can see in it, make it look real nice. And if he actually goes that far with my dad's building to help him make it look real nice, I might even convince him to do the car wash, which I haven't brought up to him, so he'll probably see this video since he's been watching them, he's told me, and go, oh crap. So, anyways, over here, still on the lower level, this is the yard lead, and then I'll come back in here, and then go back into the yard / passing siding, and the 2 mains out here, and I'll close up and come back up to here. Right back where we started. So since we're back over here, I'll kind of explain the deal with in here. This switch here is going to come down and run right in here. We're going to notch the table in a couple spots and make it drop for the incline. And it'll slowly come down, and then the track will run right between the fascia and the leg and curve back over and then curve around under here, which is why we won't have any access here, because they'll curve underneath here and go to our hidden staging that we've been talking about. And over here will be for the bigger unit trains, and then over here is going to be for all our Metras, our passenger trains, so we can just pull them in a dead end siding. They're not going to be real big. The Algoma Central one is a little bigger, but that's going to stay over on the other side. And then over here, we're going to have, since I have a lot of CSX and I want a little bit of a CSX yard, this will end up being CSX's bar yard, engine facility, I guess you can say. And we're going to have a transfer table down here, some locomotive shops. We'll do the scenery up all under here and light it up real nice. And then all over there just be tracks and board for the staging yard, because that's just staging yard. I just kind of want to have a CSX yard. So, and as you can see, my dad brought a lot of his Athearn tangent and stuff like that. So it's nice to start having trains out here. I even brought all kinds of my stuff out here on this side. And then my brother brought his one shelf, which kind of has my dad's stuff also on it, of trains that can run out here. So now the upper deck, since we're over here, like I said, the upper deck starts over here. The incline starts back by the coal mine, comes up to here. We're going to have a company, we're not sure which one, but we're going to put a company up here. And then it's going to continue to climb. And right about here, it's going to level off. And then we're going to kit bash a huge steel bridge. And we got to build a little bit of a L piece here. But we'll build a bridge that comes all the way up to here from that corner of a curved girder bridge. And then it'll slowly curve here. It's going to be a real wide radius, but real shallow on the table. And then it'll curve into here and come across and come all the way out on the upper side and loop fully back around and come back towards the middle and loop back over itself. And we still haven't decided. I think it's going to come and go towards the garage side, which is over here for the upper deck, instead of going towards the outside wall, just for a better corner. So it's going to be a huge S curve, but it is what it is. Now the upper deck, as you can see, my dad wants to do WSOR over here with the incline coming in the center, and then he wants to do picket co-op area for WSOR. And then back in the corner here is going to be a barge or a car ferry, or dock, and a dock. And then that board back there is just a shelf for storage. But there will be an incline in the background. We have no idea what we're really doing. We've thrown the idea around of doing a little bit of Oshkosh and a grain elevator and all kinds of other stuff up here. But still not sure, because the incline, which I'm going to call Byron Hill, is kind of up in the air. We don't know how much we can fit on the middle, so we're still throwing it around. But like I said, up here, this is all undetermined. But once you get to this side, this whole side is going to be a rotary dumper, a paper mill, and then kind of just lead back. But there's going to be a small yard, and all the paper mill buildings are going to be backdrop buildings. And then right here is going to be where the rotary dumper sits. So, and we're going to actually have to figure out how to make one big enough bin where it drops cars, or drops the coal, so it goes down into here and also fills 3 buildings, because we have this building, another building, plus this building, so that's going to be a little bit of a chore trying to figure that out. But that's about it for the upper deck. Now back to this area. This area, we've been wanting dispatch, we've been wanting to do operating sessions, and right around here is where the entire lower deck loop will come, and then the upper level is going to be way up here on here. And that leaves a whole hollow section that is tall enough for a person to sit in there. As you can see, we got a chair in there. My brother sat in there, Shaden sat in there, I've sat in there. It's comfortable. So we're thinking computer screen here, so you can see hidden staging on cameras. A computer screen here, so you can look out both sides of the depot for Stevens Point, because this will technically be Stevens Point dispatch. And then we can put 2 computer monitors here and still have room for the train. And then possibly making like a little desk piece that just fits right in here, so you can put your cup holders and have drinks back here while you're being in dispatch, and having a little light back in there. Because then you'll be in the layout, you'll still be in by everybody, but they can't see you, you can't see them, and they have to actually call you instead of walking over by you and saying, hey, can I get this? Hey, can I get that? You'll actually have to radio to them, and it'll be pretty awesome because everything will fit right here. The walkways are still about 2 foot right here, but then it widens back up to about 32 inches, maybe even closer to 3 foot. I would have to remeasure and stuff. But from this corner to the radius in the middle is 6 feet, I know that. And it's just a lot of fun. We're talking about having a fold down TV screen as well, and even a pull down screen for slides. And like I said, we got the radio. We're gonna have a microwave, pizza oven, mini freezer, mini fridge, and it's just gonna be a home away from home. And that way we can actually come out here. Heck, I might even bring some cots out here and have a whole operating session at night. And then if somebody gets tired and wants to actually go to bed, they can go to bed. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, sorry about the huge jump, but as you can see, a lot's been done, and we'll see you again here soon. And hope you like the Rochelle Real Fanny vids.